Welcome to the Generation X-Wing podcast, a modern look at a retro lifestyle. My name is Rob Williams, and I'm here with
Jamie Pale Rider.
Now, Anil can't make it, Steve can't make it, but we brought in the ringer. It is
Dan Veloso.
Hello, Dan. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello. I know how much you hate coming on the show.
Oh, it's a burden, I tell you. A burden. But you know, I buttress my feelings, and I
please
go
no
on
swearing.
anyways.
Please no swearing on the show.
Okay.
Before we start, I see you have a drink. So do I. It gives me an opportunity. I was just listening to our Scott Pilgrim episode. Just recently, we did ASMR.
Oh,
so,
Rob.
there you go.
Oh,
Open this up.
Don't do that.
Oh, now the mistake I did on the Scott Pilgrim show is I didn't pour into the glass. So I get to pour into the glass here, eh?
Oh, you're giving me tingles, Rob.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear that?
No.
Oh my God, the fizzy. Oh, okay. Well,
Well.
That just became a.
You need to calm down with this ASMR shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ear cleaning. That's where it's at, man.
Today's choice. What?
What the hell?
ASMR ear cleaning. You put on your headphones, and my God, it's it's great. I think I've said too much.
Yeah, a little. If your ears that moist to do ASMR, you need a doctor.
It puts me to sleep, actually. I'll be honest with you.
Ear waxing sort of like Shrek sort of deal.
Well, you know, if I can't sleep, if I'm having bouts of insomnia, I put on like weird ASMR videos, and it actually helps me fall asleep.
I've been digging lo-fi music lately.
Lo-fi is good.
Yeah. I would love to learn how to do lo-fi. That's something I would love to learn how to do. I
like
did
to make the music?
To make the music. I've been in an orchestra. I've got music background. I've just never. I would love to learn how to do that. So, but just one of those wishes. We'll put it on the list with all the other things. But we're not here to talk about this. We're here to talk about Ghostbusters 2. As you guys were saying off air, it is a New Year's Eve movie. I thought we'd do it in time for Halloween because of ghosts and goblins and everything. Yeah. But you guys are making the argument of New Year's Eve movie, and I'm really not worth.
I mean, if you want to split hairs, I treat all the Ghostbusters movies like Halloween movies because they're spooky and they're about ghosts, and all that kind of stuff.
Halloween's got the market on the monopoly on ghosts.
Yeah,
so. Yeah, but it takes place on New Year's Eve.
It does.
So
I'm not arguing.
You know.
But we'll get into this later. I just felt that New York wasn't hopping on New Year's Eve that day. It just felt like it was a very dull. I mean, New York is famous for the ball drop, and this one was just like
it looked like a Tuesday.
It looked like a Tuesday. So
like a Tuesday.
That's not a dig on the movie though, but we'll get into that. First of all, Dan,
yes.
You have a show and tell today. I want to get.
Oh yes.
I want to do this real quick.
This is technically our Halloween episode, right?
Yeah. So we got trick or treat. Let's see what you got in the bag.
Okay.
Sir. What did the neighbors give you?
I have to thank a friend of mine. Her name is Monica Monroe. She lives in Seattle. I think it's Night Owl Creative, but she's been a friend of mine for many, many years. And so she started off with.
So that's a box of Count Chocula cereal.
Yes.
Is that like a new box there?
I think so, yeah.
Size. Is this from the States?
Are they making it currently, or is that box like 20 years old?
No, it's current.
Yeah,
it looks current.
That's fancy.
Yeah.
Looks new.
So
crafty Americans.
I also got Boo Berry.
Box of Boo Berry.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's so good.
Have you ever tried it before?
When I was a kid, yeah. Yeah.
I'm very curious to see what it's like nowadays. Just before they get rid of the red dye number 3 in America.
Like this one?
Speaking of red dye number 3, we
got Frankenberry. God, that was good.
I'm so excited about Frankenberry, you know, and my kids I showed them one of them and they're like, oh, we're eating that right away.
Yeah.
I have to hide this stuff in my bedroom or else they'll eat it all. So
you're off the caffeine, you're off the alcohol, but you're onto the red dye number 3. Good to know.
So I think
what is this?
This is the new one, I think. And I don't know, is it caramel?
It's got like a Gen Z girl on the front
there.
I don't remember that from back in the day.
What's it called?
Yeah.
Carmella
Creeper.
So I'm assuming there's caramel flavor?
I would assume.
But it looks like a Gen Z goth girl with earphones on and a unfortunate scar on the cheek.
Yeah, it reminds me of my kids used to play with something called Monster High. And they were like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there's this one.
This is the Monster Mash remix.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the Yummy Mummy on it.
Oh.
So you know what the Yummy Mummy is, right?
No.
Yummy Mummy was a cereal that was made, I think, back in the 70s, but did not take off as well.
Oh.
It looked yummy.
Ha! There's more.
Oh my gosh.
Not Halloween, but Star Wars related.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's a Y-Wing.
It's a Y-Wing. It's what is this? Kylo Ren's command shuttle. I think.
Yeah.
And then the box set of like an X-Wing, a Falcon, a TIE Fighter, and Biggs's lights or X-Wing.
Cool.
Yeah. Neat. So yeah. Thanks, Monica.
So Dan's bringing the treats, and Rob brought the tricks with the ASMR.
I'm looking at the Yummy Mummy cereal. It's fruit flavored frosted cereal with vanilla flavored marshmallows.
God, that had to be a risky Google, man. Did you just Google Yummy Mummy?
Yeah, I did get the first. the first option was not what I thought it was.
No, that's a dicey Google, sir.
Documentary, you know.
I did bookmark it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but still.
You want to send me the link to there, friend? Send me the link.
Oh, and the wolf. That's got the wolf in there too, doesn't it?
Well, you know what? Let's
It's was it fruit brood, I believe.
Yeah, it's got a wolf. It's got Count Chocula.
Maybe that's the one I'm confusing with Yummy Mummy.
Yeah. So, well, it's got the mummy on it. Like, I don't know if you could see that. Well, there's the mummy there.
Is there a werewolf on there somewhere?
Right there.
Fruit brood is there he is. He's got the rainbow pants.
Yeah.
So
do you guys remember the hilarious House of Frightenstein?
I remember it. I disagree with the title.
Which part? There's a lot to unpack there.
That's a lot of pump up for something that was not hilarious.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying it wasn't funny. I know it's Canadian, right?
Yeah. With Wolfman Jack and hey, all those guys. That was fun.
I'm glad you had fun with it.
Yeah,
I remember the groovy ghoulies.
Yeah.
Oh. And my favorite was Scaredy Cat. Every time he said a number, the ghost of this number would come and chase him down. But thank you for your show and tell. Sorry.
No, you're welcome.
I'm still looking up Fruit Brood. There's nothing bad that's come up on that one, so that's nice. Although apparently, likely, something about Quentin Tarantino involved with this, or I think it was mentioned on Reservoir Dogs or something.
Huh.
Anyways, it sounds like it's pretty straightforward fruit cereal.
Yeah. Still, my kids aren't going to be able to touch it because I'm going to eat it all.
We are talking about Ghostbusters 2, not just because it's Halloween, but also because Jamie is taking on an adventure. We haven't had a chance to release this publicly yet. Although Jamie, we talked about it on our recording of the TMNT, but that's not coming out. That's not coming out till November. So tell us about your Ghostbuster journey, sir.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is crazy. So I'm
Wait. If you're going to say that, you got to do it like Griswold. This is crazy. You've never seen the movie, have you? I just realized this.
Is that Vacation?
Yeah.
No.
You haven't seen Vacation?
No, I've seen Christmas Vacation, but not Vacation. Okay. Only clips.
I apologize.
Rob was just excited to hear that I hadn't seen a movie that he's seen.
It's a rare moment.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wow.
So I started pulling together, not necessarily for Halloween, just in general, a movie accurate Ghostbusters costume.
Ooh.
So because it's a podcast and because Rob has done awesome things with Outer Rim Rookie, I decided to enlist Rob's aid, and we're doing a Ghostbusters version of that called Ready to Believe.
Ready to Believe.
So it's going to be my journey of pulling together a movie accurate Ghostbusters costume and joining the Ghostbusters of BC.
Awesome.
So awesome.
That is so awesome.
And it turns out, as of a couple days ago, it is going to be ready to go for Halloween.
Wow.
Some things arrived in very short order. I'm still going to be doing upgrades here and there, but I will have something of a completed costume ready to go for Halloween.
That's awesome.
Which is bananas. So we're going to be doing videos the whole way through. There's a lot of work that I need to do, and I want to weather the crap out of things, make it look beaten up and well used.
No slime though.
No, I don't think I can do the slime in a way that makes it look like the slime is fresh every time. So if there's a way, I would consider it. But yeah, so there's a lot that goes into it, just greeblies and various parts and odds and ends and things like that. So I've done a ton of research. It's not 100% accurate. The boots in particular, I don't know if that's going to be possible to get the exact ones, but I've gotten something that's super close, and I'm really excited.
That is awesome.
That is so cool. Yeah.
So what is the next step at this current moment? Just have you put it all on together yet?
I have not. It's been a busy week and a busy weekend previously.
So this weekend, maybe?
I have it's so busy lately. I'm at a con all weekend coming up.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you got the Vancouver Toy and Comic Show.
Yeah. So I have a laundry list of things that I want to do. Like I need to move some Velcro. I need to add some Velcro to things. I went to the hardware store. I need to go back to the hardware store. Doing some things with some magnets for some hoses.
Does this feel like when you were putting your Scout Trooper together for the Stormtrooper for the very first time?
A little bit. The Stormtrooper and the Scout Trooper involve more building, where this is mostly just doing the research and then finding stuff. Again, it's kind of nice that it's mostly military surplus stuff. I feel like that helps, but much like Star Wars, yeah, totally.
Really?
Much like Star Wars, people all over the place have clued in that this is not just military surplus stuff. It's related to Ghostbusters. It's related to a major franchise. So anytime that somebody figures out a part for a Star Wars movie that's like previously cheap and military surplus, they jack the price up and it becomes super hard to find. So it's the same way with a lot of Ghostbuster stuff, especially the boots. The boots are like, they're a white whale now. Like I'm probably never going to find proper, like fully 100% accurate boots, but I've got ones that are like 95% of the way there.
It's like nobody cared about this ice cream maker until all of a sudden there's a bunch of guys buying these ice cream makers for this run. Or like they're like, all right, let's triple the price.
The old Graflex flash handles.
Wow.
As soon as people figured out that that's what they were, so you have Star Wars nerds trying to buy them up, and then you have photography nerds being like, no, you can't have it. I know what you're going to do to it. So yeah, it's things like that. Not to that degree with Ghostbusters, but yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. Thankfully there are sites like GB Fans. And that's going to be a huge part of the video, because that site is almost a one-stop shop, both for information and for actual products. So yeah, it's awesome.
What's it called again?
The site?
Yeah,
gbfans.com.
All right.
And yeah, the video series will be on Gen X-Wing on our YouTube channel, and it's called Ready to Believe.
And why is it called that?
Because we're ready to believe you.
Hey, you have to time it poorly too.
That's yeah.
And look at your mark.
Yeah.
You
step up. Do the thing. Step back.
Dan. For context, Dan, I've been playing the Ghostbusters video game, and one of the special features that you can unlock is like the actual like unedited commercial that they film that shows up. So like in the movie, you only see it on Dana's TV. In the game, they just included the raw video of start to finish. So like what the best part of that is that in the movie, you don't see the end of it where
Right.
they all point at the camera and smile. And then the commercial goes on for a few more seconds, and it's just Spangler sitting there smiling super awkwardly and like blinking and looking generally crazy.
I think this is how humans smile.
It's totally, it's like watching a Terminator try and smile.
But my favorite part is him when they each take turns stepping up to the camera. He looks at the mark, steps up, talks to the camera.
Yeah, he says his line, down, looks down. Yeah,
he gets to the mark.
It's great. It's so good.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's on YouTube if you want to go find it. I highly recommend it. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna look for it for sure.
So the game actually had some good stuff. Sorry, I'm excited.
No, I apologize.
In addition to the commercial, they had a making of the game, and it was nice to see interviews with Harold Ramis that I had never seen before. But interviews with him and with Aykroyd, basically calling the game the third movie because they wrote it.
Wow.
So yeah,
and it was a great game. I really enjoyed playing that.
It's awesome. The story's great.
Yeah.
And they also had, I think this was on the first Blu-rays as well, but they had a video where they restored the original Ecto-1.
Oh wow.
It was really cool to see.
The Ecto-1's such an iconic car.
It really is.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, and it was apparently in rough shape.
Just want to pause for a sec. Jamie, do you have your mic on?
You know what? I don't. I totally forgot.
I can hear you, but it sounds different. It just dawned on me. You don't have the mic on.
Give me a sec. I'll plug it in. Sorry, dude. That's so unprofessional of me.
I'm so embarrassed on your behalf.
I can't work with not professionals like
this. I got to work with this guy on a regular basis, sir.
How do you work with this man?
It's my excitement.
Look how different he sounds now. Oh my goodness. If we're gonna get the show up in the air, sir, you're gonna have to bring a little more professionalism to this.
You give me any kind of creative control and shit just goes out the window.
Okay, can you give me a little 1-2 there.
1-2, better not sue.
Oh, that's perfect. There we go. Now that Jamie sounds a little more professional, he's actually remembered to.
Do I?
You plugged in a mic. It just raised it 50%, sir. So. But you do have the new Gen X Wing T-shirt on that looks really good.
What I'm making or what I'm lacking in professionalism, I'm making up for in enthusiasm by wearing our new shirt.
And we'll talk more about the merch later. I don't want to get too much into that just now because let's get into the movie, Ghostbusters 2.
Excellent.
So we all Ghostbusters excited, so we decided why not do this movie. I'll start with Dan. Do you remember first seeing this movie? And when's the last time you've seen this movie?
Oh, I don't remember what. Well, you know what? I probably watched it when it first came out. It was like, what, 89?
89.
So what?
June 16th, 89. That's where you play most of the New Year's parties. New Year's movies. Or Halloween.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think I probably watched it. But ever since having kids, we kind of watch it around Halloween anyway.
Nice.
So it's kind of like in our Halloween rotation, if you will.
Oh, really?
Halloween
movie. Oh yeah. Yeah, we try to watch a bunch of Halloween movies over the course of the month. Yeah.
Jamie, I gotta ask you, do you remember seeing this for the first time?
I do not. I didn't get to see it in theaters. I remember it being in theaters, and I remember being excited about it, but I didn't get to go see it, so I had to wait till home video. And then the last time I watched it, actually before we decided we were going to talk about it, was a few days before we decided we were going to talk about it. Christine and I are trying to bust out as many Halloween movies as possible. And I'm pretty sure I made her watch Ghostbusters 1 last year for like the millionth time. So she's like, you know what? I don't remember much about 2. Let's watch that one this year instead. All right. I'm good with that.
This movie came out in 89.
89.
I'll talk about my history with this movie in a sec here, but I was just remembering that this is the same year as Batman, which came out about a week later. Now some other movies
the
like
same year as Last Crusade.
Yep.
Last Crusade, Lethal Weapon 2, Little Mermaid, Harry Met Sally, Field of Dreams, Dead Poet Society. These are big, big movies.
So
Even
basically a
Driving Miss
killing
Daisy's
field.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Is that number 2 or 1?
Back to the Future too as
Excellent
well.
Back to the
Adventure
Future
was the
2. I
first
was getting
one.
to
Yeah.
that. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. This was a massive year for movies. And oh, and how can we forget The Burbs? I mean, you can't forget
Oh,
The
I
Burbs.
love that movie.
God.
It was a good movie. Come on. It was Tom.
Did you say that about Zohan?
Oh
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
Well,
I will
we're gonna have
defend
to
that
turn
movie.
down
don't
his
go watch
mic
the
here.
Burbs. Yeah, I'll let me go ahead and mute Dan for the rest of the episode.
Honey, I Shrunk the
Okay.
Kids came out this year too, which is
Yeah.
Rick
Right.
Moranis's. So it's a big year for Rick Moranis.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. So they
And-
released this movie into like just a meat grinder for the box office.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still made 215 million off a 40 million budget.
Yeah.
Maximum 40 million. That's a big thing, and it's seen as, and it's not seen as a success.
No.
This is seen as a lot of people think this is a failure, although yeah, you gotta compare the two movies. It's hard to.
Yeah, is it a failure
Yeah.
because
I
of
don't-
comparing it to the
yeah.
first movie?
Yeah,
Because the first movie's damn near perfect.
yeah, I
Like
agree.
it's pretty hard to follow that up. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really fair.
There's a my first time watching this movie, you're not gonna believe this, Jamie, was last week.
What?
I thought I had seen this movie. I'm
Holy
watching this
crap.
movie and I'm like,
That's crazy.
I don't remember any of this. I
So
remember
you
certain
saw-
scenes. The
You saw
Scoleri
Ghostbusters
brothers.
Afterlife before 2.
I saw I remember Scoleri brothers. I remember the Statue of Liberty and
man.
all these little scenes. But I'm sitting here like watching and like, I don't remember any of this.
That's
And
so cool though.
I'm hoping that I have seen. I've just plain forgot it. But it's just like I'm looking. I really watched this for the first time. I feel, because it's just like I don't remember the birthday party or nothing. Like where did this all come from?
That's so
So-
cool.
I must have seen bits and pieces so many times that it's just kind of, it's one of those. I think you guys talked about Shawshank Redemption. It was like, yeah, I've seen bits and pieces,
Yeah.
but I think maybe this is
Yeah,
my
like
first
you
time.
catch bits on TV, you remember the trailers. all
I know
that
I didn't
stuff,
see this
right?
in theater
Mhm.
because I was just almost out of high school at this time, and this was my last year. I was just starting my grade 12 year, and I don't remember going to a lot of movies at that age by myself or with my girlfriend at the time. So it's just, yeah, no recollection. So yeah, there you go. I thought it was pretty cool when I was watching
Man,
this.
that is cool.
Yeah.
Well, this will be an extra fun discussion. Then.
Yeah,
So what did you
For
think of
sure.
it, Dan? Just a general overview. Did you enjoy this movie?
I did. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it every time I watch it. It's one of those, again, it's one of those movies that, you can have on the background and like, get up and make a cup of tea and then get back to it and know exactly what's happening. It's the type of movie for me anyways. But
Yeah.
I really like it. Yeah. It's up there.
So Jamie, I know you like Ghostbusters, but how does this rate compared to, well, not compared to the first, but we talked about the third movie, Afterlife, and also the Ghostbusters reboot with the girls. So what do you think of this movie in comparison to those?
I haven't seen the reboot.
I haven't seen it.
No.
Really?
Oh, okay.
I love Afterlife. I think I like it more and more each time I watch it.
Mhm.
This movie's really solid though. Like I enjoy the hell out of it. It's still all of the actors basically in their prime. It's obviously it's not going to be as good as the first one. The story isn't quite as good, but it's still so much fun. There's a lot to enjoy in it. I don't know how much in depth you want me to go in now, or if you want me to save it. But like, there's a lot to like here.
We'll go into depth in a second here.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. I enjoyed this as well. I think I actually enjoy this more than Afterlife, because Afterlife has a more modern feel to movies, where this one's very 80s, early 90s feel.
Yeah.
So you can't take it too seriously. I think Afterlife was felt more of a serious movie, and this one still felt goofy and
Yeah.
playful. But it's Rick Moranis and Bill Murray and all those. You can't get anything else. I'm sorry. You get a cat here. Is this the Halloween black cat?
Sorry. He was out all day, and now I come home, and now he's trying to find a home on my lap.
Oh, are you podcasting right now? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we got a spooky
Meow,
black
meow,
cat
meow.
for our Halloween episode.
Yeah.
We're just going Halloween crazy today. This is awesome.
That's Gigi.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
now I called him as he's coming over.
Since
Anyway.
normally when we do movie reviews, it's usually the person who chose the movie that hosts it. Now this is kind of a joint venture on this one, but so I'm going to throw this to you, Jamie, on the spot here.
Cool.
Give us a rundown of this movie. What's this about?
Okay. Yeah, that's easy. I've seen this movie a million times.
I kind of figured.
So this movie takes place and released 5 years after the first one. Things are calm, almost too calm. Like the first time you see Ray and Winston, they are doing a birthday party as Ghostbusters. So things are clearly not great for them. Venkman's doing a TV show, and Egon is headed back to academia. He's doing experiments on children and divorcing couples. So yeah, ghost busting is essentially dead. Maybe they did their jobs too well. Yeah, who knows? So it picks up, and immediately, unfortunately, Dana Barrett gets involved again. This time she's got a kid, not with Peter Venkman. And her stroller just starts to run away on her. So she immediately goes to Ray and to Egon for help. And then it explodes from there.
Oh, Ray.
Egon.
The courtroom
love-
scene is my favorite. It's so good.
We'll get to that in a second here. Yeah, I was we'll start at the beginning with the birthday party scene. I just had images being stormtroopers for hire a lot of the time for charity events. We get the odd request to do a birthday party, which we don't typically do.
Yeah.
There may be the odd time we will, but for most part we don't. And it's for this very reason that we don't do a lot of birthday parties. It's just you're standing there with a bunch of kids like, I want a He-Man. Yeah, you look stupid. And then all of a sudden they got
hitting you with foam pool
hitting you with
noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to bring up some fun facts just with that one scene first. First off, it was that kid who said, "My dad says that you're
Old Jason Reitman.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is
Reitman's
even
kid.
funnier when he says, "My dad says you guys are full of crap," because his dad is the director.
But I believe there's some little subtle pokes at Filmation on this one, because they said,
Well, it's He-Man.
I was suspecting He-Man.
Yeah.
And Filmation's the same people who did the real the Ghostbusters
The
show.
not real Ghostbusters.
The not real Ghostbusters show.
The Gorilla Ghostbusters.
I don't know if that's a coincidence. I don't know if it's just because of the timing or whatever, but I mean,
Yeah.
He-Man was popular. No, he wasn't. He-Man was just leaving the scene, I
feel like He-Man was done. I distinctly remember
Just about a
watching
few
this
years.
movie as a kid, and all the kids being like, "I wanted He-Man." I'm like, "What? You kids are stupid. Those are the Ghostbusters. He-Man
He-Man
sucks by comparison."
The He-Man stage show came out, I think, in '88. I actually went to that one. So they did, those little my Ice Capade Smurf on Ice sort of thing. They did
had
a
a
He-Man.
one?
They had a He-Man.
Oh,
I remember
no.
seeing it in high school and thinking, I'm too old for this. But I went with my brother and my mom. I actually dug it. And now there's videos of the introduction and stuff like that. It actually was enjoyable. But that was around 88, though. I think 87, 88. So it was kind of out of sorts. It was kind of gone. So
It was definitely
yeah.
on the downward swing in terms of popularity.
But that's a real fall from grace, doing birthday parties.
Oh yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
sing in their own song, and they're just like doing their bushwhacker stuff out there,
Yeah, they're trying to do the dance and get the kids hype, and the kids just rebel.
They
in
still
the
got paid,
biggest
though.
way.
They
did
still
get
got
paid.
paid.
They still got paid.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dan, let's talk about favorite scenes from a movie. We typically do this sort of thing. So give me one of your favorite scenes from the movie.
I like the birthday party one as well. I did. Okay, so I always thought, now I may be jumping the gun here, but I really liked Janosch. It just the
Janosch.
way
He's hilarious.
when you first meet him, he goes up to that woman and says, "Oh, what does he say to her?" He
He
goes,
says,
"Oh,
everything you are doing is
Is
bad.
right."
I want you to know this.
Yeah.
That's the funniest line in the whole movie.
Yeah, and he just does it completely, like, just off, like,
Just deadpan.
yeah,
That
and
was
it's
that was Christine's favorite line, hands down.
just okay. When Lewis
Sounds like
is-
you've heard that before, sir. It hurts because it's true.
It's such a great line.
Oh, when Lewis and Jeanette are getting ready, like, he is so
Janine?
clueless. Janine, he's so clueless to her advances, and he's getting all ready, and she's like, "Oh," and he's like, "I was born to do this,"
Yeah.
and then he just catches the bus.
Driven by Slimer.
Exactly. So,
Dan, do you remember what he says when he's running up to the bus stop? Because that kills me every time.
Oh, what is it? He's like, I just, I watched it this morning, so I should remember what he says.
As he's running up to the bus stop, he says,
It's like
"Keep fit,
self-affirmation, isn't it?
stay sharp, make good decisions."
That's just common sense right there. That's just
Well,
good advice.
I sure hope you have your permit or your license.
Yeah, I didn't know you had your license. Okay, though.
I'm
Just
trusting
imagine
you.
Lewis geared up, riding on the bus to the art museum.
I just,
You okay, Dan?
yeah, I love Rick Moranis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
He's brilliant.
He is a Canadian treasure,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
when he dies, we should dip him in bronze so everybody can see him.
Little gory, but the last time I saw Rick Moranis, he was doing a commercial with Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Mhm.
For
Man,
Mint Mobile, right?
If anybody's going
Yeah.
to pull that guy out of his retirement,
Yeah.
it's going to be Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds. He can charm the socks off anybody.
Moranis was apparently asked for both the reboot and for Afterlife,
Mhm.
and he said no.
Yeah, it's
Really?
understandable.
Yeah. Apparently him and Bill Murray were not super happy with the final product of Ghostbusters 2,
No,
and it
no.
basically just killed it for them for a long
Wow.
time.
What did Murray say? I'll do Ghostbusters 3 if you kill my character off.
Yes, if Venkman is dead and he's a ghost.
Knowing full well they probably won't kill him.
Yeah. No, it was
Yeah.
basically a cheeky way to tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. When pigs fly, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, how come he can swear and I can't?
You can. It's just
No, you
Hey.
can't. You can't. The guest. Come on, guest rules.
no guess swearing.
Jamie,
For frack's sakes.
hey.
My favorite scene, I agree. The Janosch line, everything you're doing is bad, and I want you to know this. It's my favorite line in the movie. Dan, it's gold. He's hilarious. He's so funny between him and Rick Moranis.
Mhm.
I'm happy that Lewis's character got a little bit more love in this
Mhm.
movie because he's hilarious. He's so great.
He's starting a franchise as well himself.
There's
so.
apparently deleted scenes where there's
really?
like a whole side story where Lewis is trying. Slimer keeps eating Lewis's lunch, so Lewis decides that he's gonna take Slimer on solo in the firehouse. So he's gearing up and like trying to trap Slimer.
Oh, I kind of wish they had
Huh.
that.
Yeah.
It would have made Slimer's appearance make a little more sense.
Yeah,
I felt his appearance was
they
just
filmed
kind
it,
of
and it was in
Well,
there, and they cut it.
It's because of the cartoon.
Yes,
That's why he was
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
yeah.
totally.
But
But-
And that's, yeah.
a lot of
my-
adults don't watch the cartoon.
Yeah, but they
Well-
they realized that at this point the cartoon was super popular, so they tried to make it as friendly as possible
Mhm.
for kids.
Mhm.
Like there was no smoking
Yeah.
except for Ray with his pipe. They
Oh,
dropped.
no, they had a cigarette, or he had a cigar in the mayor's office.
That's right. Yeah, he pilfered one from his
Yeah.
humidor.
Yeah.
And then the psychiatrist had a cigarette, and that was it. But like none of the Ghostbusters smoked cigarettes.
Okay.
They also dropped all of like the more sexual innuendo, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I mean, I get it. Like it or hate it, I get it. But if we're talking favorite scenes, my favorite scene is the courtroom scene. It's from start to finish, like from Lewis being their attorney to and Venkman feeding him lines basically on the stand. to them catching the Scoleri brothers. It's so good. That's
The feeding of the
Ghostbusters
lines
right there.
was really funny.
Oh my god, it's so funny. And
Rick
Lewis just
Moranis
like,
straight face the whole thing.
dude, you know what line from that kills me every time? When the ghosts come out and they're hiding, and the judge is like, "Go catch them," and they're being cheeky with them, and they're saying, you know, we're legally banned from practicing, you know, ghost busting duties, and says if you want us to catch a ghost, you have to speak to our lawyer. And Lewis runs in, he goes, "That's me. These guys are restricted by a judicial mistrangement order, the blue thing I got from her."
Yes.
So funny. Or him just like when she's clearly winning the case, and he's like, "Come on, take it easy. We're both lawyers." Like, so funny.
Sorry.
And then we've already touched on it, but the Do Ray Egon. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
The
Egon's little smug little look on his face, like
Yeah.
you weren't expecting that, were you?
Yeah, that was him being hilarious.
The three of them like work really together, like as co-workers in this job. They work well with each other. I mean, they're like one in the box, two on the whatever, and it's just like
two in the box, ready to go.
That's it.
We be fast and they
be slow.
So.
And this is something they've kind of, I don't know what you want to say, rehearsed as a group, as co-workers.
Team. They've clearly been at it for a while.
Yeah, I love it. It's like a touchdown dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as Venkman complains about how heavy the equipment is and everything like that, like,
I just love that movie.
Oh, it's great, dude. Yeah, everything about the courthouse, like the courtroom scene, is amazing.
Who the Scoleri brothers apparently were fashioned from the
Blues
guys
Brothers.
From the Blues Brothers, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even pick that up. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your
one's short and fat, and the other one's tall and skinny.
That makes sense now.
Yeah.
It's that's another Belushi appearance. Then they just got to get your Belushi in there. That's good. I can't remember what my favorite scene was. I enjoyed a lot of it. I mean, some things like, okay, well, here's my trivia question for you guys. So spell Janosch. Okay, I'll ask Dan first because I have a feeling Jamie knows it.
Cheating is, I know the answer.
Okay, Dan, spell Janosch.
Is it like Y-N?
No, stop right there.
Okay.
It starts with a J, Dan.
Does it?
Try again.
Oh, no, I'm not even going to bother now.
It's Janosz.
Very well done. What was his last name?
Poha?
Yeah.
I actually don't know. Is it just Poha?
That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
I actually just learned today because when Christine and I were watching it, we were both joking just about his like nondescript Eastern European accent. Apparently, Peter McNichol fashioned his character to be Carpathian.
Carpathian. Yeah.
So where Vigo's from. It's a fictional country, but he's like, oh, this is Carpathia. He made like a flag and their accent. Yeah. Janosz is supposed to be Carpathian. And that's why he knows so much about Vigo.
Oh, that's awesome. I guess one of my favorite scenes is like when all that slime kind of covers up everything, and Tully is just there when he finally zaps it, and all goes. He thinks I guess he is part of it, but he stands there like he did it all himself. He was like, I really am a Ghostbuster. I mean, that just everything building up to that, the Statue of Liberty, all that sort of stuff. I mean, I really enjoyed that scene. So
yeah, that's great. That would have been a really fun culmination to his whole side storyline of him trying to catch Slimer, him showing up at the end all geared up and basically saving the day.
Yes. Oh, I also dug the Titanic returning. That there was something really cool about that.
Yeah,
and
Cheech Marin.
Well, that surprised me. Cheech Marin was in this one, so I guess he was on his come down from Cheech and Chong. But the idea of the Titanic just arriving and all these passengers getting off, it was pretty cool. But do you know what they originally had planned for that? Not the Titanic.
Was it?
No.
The Hindenburg.
Yeah.
They were thinking of doing the Hindenburg. And can you
Yeah.
imagine a bunch
Ooh.
of Germans coming out from the field or something like that? There's a different take on it, but
Yeah. So there's a fun fact there too. The ship that actually did show up there was the Titanic's sister ship that rescued people and brought them to New York. Do you know what the name of that ship is?
Carpathia.
I did.
It is the Carpathia.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not what I thought it was.
Yep. So that's
It's called the
real
Carpathia?
Yes.
Yep.
That's the real ship.
Oh my
So
God.
them
Googling
adding the
like I
Titanic
don't trust
in
you.
there makes sense.
There
I
was-
thought, no, hang on. It was the Olympic.
What?
The Carpathia was there though, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it had
Yes, it
something to do
was.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The twin
Carpathia
sister
rescued-
ship. I thought
The
it was
Carpathia
called.
was a ship that rescued
Yeah.
people in the lifeboats from the Titanic and brought
So-
them in.
Okay, so are we talking like this the exact copy of the Titanic, or is this another ship that came
No,
to help
just
out?
sorry, I said sister ship. That might have been misleading.
Yeah.
It was the ship that rescued survivors from the Titanic
Yeah.
and brought them to New York.
It was from the
Okay.
same company though, wasn't it? Like, was it from the White Star
Yes.
Line?
It was a Royal Mail ship, Carpathia, British passenger liner that is best known for rescuing survivors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was then sunk by a German U-boat.
God, those Germans.
That's actually kind of creepy. If that was like those people coming off were from the sunken ship. Anyways, there's kind of a cool connection to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember hearing about the Olympia, and there was always these rumors or something like that. The Olympia and the Titanic switched names or something like that because one was not ready, so they sent the other out, which was ironically not ready or not fully ready for their ship. I don't know.
Wasn't the Britannia kind of like one of those big sister ships as well? But
Yeah,
anyway,
no idea.
we're probably getting a little off topic. Come on, guys.
That is pretty cool.
We're getting
though,
into our nautical history. I just thought it was cool. I only learned that today about the Carpathia being the name of Vigo's country and the ship that brought in the survivors.
So Jamie, who is your favorite character? Is it Janosch?
Oh, I mean, are the core Ghostbusters on the table?
Well, let's do the Busters later. But
Okay.
of the people outside the Buster crew, who's your favorite?
Janosch is
Ooh.
really funny, and he holds his own in the movie comedically. But I still got to go with Lewis.
Yeah.
He kills me in every
Yeah.
scene that he's in. He's so funny.
And he does have a stronger role in this, which is nice.
Yeah, they definitely give him more love, which is really nice.
I did dig that him and Annie Potts had a love story. I kind of dug it. And they're arguing. They're not arguing. Sorry, they're kind of flirting with each other in the middle of the street. And then Annie Potts takes off. I didn't realize he was still standing in the middle of the street. How about you, Dan? Oh, sorry. I apologize, Jamie.
One final thing. Just when he sends them off, I think when the Ghostbusters take off on a job and he's chasing behind them, yelling like, remember, cash, check, money order. And then he tries to go in the door.
Oh yeah.
But like he goes in the small door, but then the big door opens. Like
he goes it
Rick
around.
Moranis is so gifted at the physical comedy aspect of it. He's so funny to watch, even if he's not saying anything. It's great. Yeah,
Dan,
sorry,
what
Dan.
about you? Favorite character?
Same thing. Janosch just I don't know, just oh, Dana, I was just here in the neighborhood, just knocking on her door and walks away, big lights coming out of his eyes. Just he played a great character. I liked him, and again, Rick Moranis' character too. Again, those two guys I think stole the show. Over the little quips from Dan Aykroyd and the rest of the guys. I think those two actually stole the show, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
To me anyways.
I'm fully on board with that, with both those guys. Yeah, definitely.
Should we stay? I don't know. Like they just
that was weird. They just like let her go into the room, take care of Oscar, and then they make out on the
Start
couch.
making out. Yeah.
Imagine just walking in. Oh, they're still here. Oh, and they're fucking okay. I guess we'll just wait for them to finish.
Come on, wasn't that your regular Tuesday night when you were a teenager?
Yeah.
Not with mom there.
I love that Dana clearly doesn't want them there. She's like, you guys can go.
No, we're
And it's
good.
like, no, we're good.
Sorry, Tully and Potts in the commercial. We talked about this off air.
Oh my God, the commercial's
That's really
great.
good. Who you gonna call?
Who are you going to call? Oh,
And they just step in. They just step into the scene.
yeah. I
really
love the
enjoyed this
commercials. They're the best part of both movies.
Yeah, that's good. I did dig Tully's telling of the Seven Dwarfs. It was very legal, and I kind of dug it.
She was bartering housekeeping for room and board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is quite a good deal if you ask
which is
me.
a very good deal for her. Yeah. Oh my, so good. Yeah, him going into tax law with the baby.
Okay, so
Sorry.
Awesome.
how's Quadra Island there, Dan?
Oh, we've broken Dan.
No, it's so funny. Oh, wow. No, you know when you just start thinking of scenes again, and then
Yeah.
you just can't stop.
Yep.
I expect a good mark for this movie, sir.
Dan's gone bye-bye.
Okay, let me
all
ask
right.
you, Dan. Of the 4 Ghostbusters, who in this movie, who'd you enjoy?
You know, I liked Egon. I think Egon had like the dry sense of humor, like, now let's take away the puppy and see what happens.
That whole scene was fantastic.
Yeah.
Which was Ivan Reitman's daughter, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
The girl with the puppy is his daughter.
Stuff like that. It's just like, he's just so cruel, but yet so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had part of a slinky and I straightened it.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Gorgeous room. Too
Yeah.
bad my parents didn't believe in
Yeah,
toys.
my parents didn't believe in toys.
Sorry.
What a shock, Egon. That is very surprising.
There's also that one scene. He asked for a stool sample from the baby, and Bill Murray's like,
business or personal?
And he didn't answer.
Yeah.
He didn't answer.
Yeah, didn't answer.
And then I dig how Bill Murray passes it off the duty to mom. Who's just like, you gotta get a stool sample now.
Yep.
All right, so Jamie,
Egon.
favorite Ghostbuster?
It's always Egon.
Yeah.
Egon is great. He's so entertaining. I love mostly just that about the movies in general, is the dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I love Egon for approaching all the paranormal stuff from a place of skepticism and science. Like, he is the scientist. He's a theoretical physicist, and he literally engineers a solution to catch ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're looking at a ghost in the library in the first one, and he's tapping on the controller or on his calculator. Like, he's figuring things out. I love that. And just like his approach to everything. Like, again, I know this is a line from the first one, but his greatest line of all time is, I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
That's a very rational term.
Yes. I love it. And in this one, he's a little more human in this one. Like, he's clearly been socialized a little bit more. But yeah, the scene with him at the start in the university doing the experiment is hilarious.
It is the best. Yeah. I love how he's had that couple for like 2 hours, and then sends in a guy who's gonna tell him it's gonna be another 30 minutes and turn up the heat.
And he's
Ever so slightly.
Yeah, he's like taking readings. He's like, oh, this is awesome. This is so good. And they're clearly just like losing their shits in that room.
I would not be there for 2.5 hours. I guarantee you. I would have left after 20 minutes.
Just
I think.
like totally unethical, right? Like, it's all about the science. Like, we told them they're here for marriage counseling, and I've been increasing the temperature in the room.
But then he gives, like, when Dana gives him the hug,
Yeah.
He has that
Yeah, he's
sort
like-
of like
Mhm.
squishy feeling in himself.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And like when they tell when Pete phones Ray and Egon saying that the tub tried to eat Oscar, the first thing he asks, like, because Ray's just like, that's great, he's excited. But Egon asks if Dana is okay, or are they okay, her and the baby.
Mhm.
So like it feels like he's a little more socialized in this movie than the last one.
Yeah.
Like where Ray lets his excitement get the better of him professionally, because holy crap, that's exciting. The slime made the tub try and eat Oscar.
Hmm.
Egon is thinking of the people first.
Yeah.
One of my I gotta give a massive shout out to sorry, my brain just Zedmore.
Oh, Winston's the best.
Winston. Yeah, I don't know why I blanked on Winston. I gotta give him massive. I love the fact he had a bigger, better role in this movie than he did the first one.
Wow.
Because I do dig his character. He's all in. He's the guy who's just jumped in with 2 feet from the very beginning when he got the job, and it's just they trust him. I dug his character in this one, so I was kind of happy. I mean, I'm always a Bill Murray fan too, and I do like the fact that, you know, when you have Ray, who's the heart of the group, and then you got
Egon, who's the brains.
Egon's the brains. I guess Bill's the soul. I don't know. How would you rate him?
Bill is the voice.
Venkman
is the voice of the Ghostbusters. He's their PR department.
And I would say Winston's the muscle. He gets stuff done. So so I was really happy he got a better role in this. I did laugh when they all jumped in, like he fell into the slime, and the two of them just like, yeah, we'll jump in after him.
Yeah, I love that scene for that. There's like almost no hesitation. They just plug the nose, hold onto the hat, and jump in.
Yeah. What friends do, man. That's what friends do.
Damn right.
Yeah. I'd jump in this river of slime for you guys anytime.
Likewise.
So
yeah.
Dan, another trivia question for you, because I think I know Jamie knows the answer to this. Who was the voice of the bad guy? Vigo. Who was the voice of Vigo?
Oh, what was his name? It was Von Shadow, or Von. The guy who was in Star Wars.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. What's his name?
Max von Sydow.
That's it. I was close. Von Shadow.
The Shadow. He was also in the Strange Brew.
Was it really?
That's right.
It's Jamie's favorite movie.
It's not my least favorite movie.
It's not your least favorite movie, sir. No. But apparently the guy who played am I blanking on
played
names
Vigo.
Here? Vigo.
He was in Die Hard.
Yeah.
He was in Die Hard?
Yeah, he was one of the thugs in Die Hard.
Yeah.
Wilhelm von Homburg.
Yeah.
He was a German boxer, actor, and professional wrestler.
Like Dave Prowse, he was apparently pissed because the only time he found out, or the time that he found out that they dubbed his voice was at the premiere.
Oh yeah, it was it's very much dubbed. You can tell.
Yeah. But apparently the guy is was
a
real
he was a piece of work.
Yep, that's
unfortunately
saying it nicely. Yeah. But
I mean, come on, it's Max von Sydow. He's got an amazing voice.
Know your role.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As The Rock would say, know your role and shut your mouth. Although he had the mouth. If anybody, when I look at his lips, that's a definition of fish lips. There's something weird about that dude's lips. I'm not trying to. There's something weird about it. He's like, it's kind of. I always thought it was very weird, but he's a great villain. I mean, he's very intimidating. I dig it.
I know. I would want to, if we're talking favorite Ghostbusters. Winston was yours, Rob?
Yeah, I'd say Winston was in this
choice,
movie.
Rob. Good choice.
Overall, Bill Murray's my favorite, but just because of the smart aleck remark. But
Venkman it was nice to see him get a little bit of character development in this movie.
Yeah.
As much as I love Egon, like Venkman was always pretty slimy in the first one, and he started off this one being still pretty slimy. But then he kind of stepped up, and
yes, he did,
and became kind of a good person when it was time for rubber to hit the road. Like he stepped up and looked after Dana and Oscar.
I did dig his show though.
Oh,
that was a great
psychic
show.
with Hairless Pets.
That was
Weird.
so stupid.
Yeah, this is Pete Venkman saying.
Just point to the head.
Yeah.
Have a
I
good
just every time he holds up the hairless cat and he's like, hairless pets. Weird.
day. Shout out to Lee Aaron, by the way.
Tells me. Does she have a hairless cat?
Lee
does,
Aaron
yeah.
has a hairless cat, one of our
Weird.
Mando friends.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, you could tell her she could get a spot on World of the Psychic.
One of the things I found
I'll
weird.
send her a message.
I'll send her a message. One of the things I also found weird was that scene where all of a sudden all the ghosts start coming, light in the sky, and they're like, "I've never seen anything like this." Like, did you not remember 5 years
Except
ago?
for 5 years ago.
Yeah,
And the
like
exact same
there
thing
seems to
happened.
be a forgotten sort of amnesia, a group amnesia around the city
Yeah.
about what happened with the
Well,
Ghostbusters.
I mean, the Ghostbusters were basically out of business, and as soon as they get caught digging up a street and dunking themselves in a river of slime, they go back to the slammer. They get thrown in the nut house.
Yeah.
So like
Wow.
it's the same mayor too.
Yes,
the
it
mayor
is.
and let me just start things off by saying almost 50% of us voted for you in the last election.
That is a great. That's a great line. 4 people,
almost
almost
50%
50%.
So like and to be fair, it wasn't the mayor that had them committed, it was his aide.
Yeah,
They throw them in the nut house.
but
Yeah.
they got sued. I mean, it's a
Yep.
great story of why they don't do what they do anymore, and it kind of
Yeah.
tells you a little bit of the truth of what would happen. You know,
Yeah.
somebody would sue somebody there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like there's 2 kind of fun connections there. One being the cartoon. The credits show the Ghostbusters in a parade in their honor. Yeah, doing the dance.
I love the
But, like,
dance. Point to the right,
that's
point to the left.
basically the parade is what you expect to happen after the events of the first one. Everybody's happy, they saved the city. No, they get their asses sued off by every city, county, and state authority,
Yeah.
which is more realistic for sure.
Yeah.
The other fun connection there is the game. By the point in the game, they're an entity of the city. They're a public service, like garbage collection.
That kind of makes sense. To be
Yes.
honest with you.
They're an essential service.
Yeah. I mean, they were flying through the street, allowed to cut through traffic lights. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah,
got
red
flashing
lights,
lights and a siren. You're basically an ambulance or like police or
Apparently,
You're a
there was
Ghostbuster.
scenes where Ray was possessed by
Yeah.
by
Vigo.
wow, what is wrong with me? For the life of me, if my life depended on it, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't remember his name off the. Like,
Are you
I don't
just
speak
afraid
up.
of saying his name?
Vigo.
It's like,
times
yeah,
in case he
Voldemort.
shows up?
It's like, yeah. I said Dan's name 3 times and he's here now. So
Vigo.
Hey, wait now.
that was the only way we can get you online here. You had so much trouble clicking the link, apparently.
Hey,
But
come
they,
on now.
Yeah, there's
We're old.
there's leftover scenes from when Ray was possessed. He was apparently
Yeah.
driving the car when he was possessed, and he was super erratic.
And I
There's
think
a-
they kept a little bit of that in there because there was a point where they were driving really fast, and
Yeah.
there's Bill and them
Yeah,
looking
you
at
see
each other
Pete
like,
Mhm.
"Oh,
kind of
what's
like
that?"
turn and like look back and turn again. He does like a double take and apparently that was part of the scene when Ray was possessed and driving like a crazy person.
Yeah. We're running quickly out of time, unfortunately.
Oh.
Jamie, is there anything you want to add to this? Because there's so many good scenes in this movie that it's very underrated. I feel this movie.
Yeah, I for this one, I'm happy they placed more of an emphasis on the Ghostbusters outside of Venkman with his relationship with Dana, because I feel like that kind of takes the lead in the first one. So in this movie, it felt like they put more of an emphasis on, or at least more of an effort went into showing the other Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoyed. It didn't just felt like it was rehashing the first movie.
I do. Sorry, this is not a fun fact. The children that played the baby Oscar. So here's a fun fact and not so fun fact. Fun fact: they are the nephews of John Denver, of all people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
their real name is let me just pull it up here. It's like a German sounding name. One was William T. Duschendorf and Hank J. Duschendorf, which
John
is
Denver's birth name
Duschendorf.
is Duschendorf.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Good thing that he changed it.
Well, unfortunate also
Wow.
that
Yeah.
I
Well-
believe it was William that unfortunately had passed away.
Yeah, he took
yeah.
his own
To a
life.
long
Yeah.
battle with schizophrenia, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it's imagine having your life, your first few years of your life on a movie. That's they want to get into that business, and it's a tough town. And he must have struggled, but you know, with great respect to have that.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'd share that because you know some people may not know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was a cute baby, the tickling and all that sort of stuff. He was adorable.
Baby's ticklish.
Yeah. Oh yes. Checking. He was ticklish.
Yeah.
What would
Have
they
you ever done this before? I did it on a chimp once.
So
That's pretty
would
much
you,
the same thing.
after seeing this, Jamie, and obviously Ghostbusters and Afterlife, what's stopping you from seeing the reboot?
I don't know. I guess I probably should watch it at some point. I just there was so much negativity surrounding it
Yeah.
when it first came
Mhm.
out, and even from the trailers, I'm like, oh man, like I don't want to. The trailer put me off right away.
Really?
Mhm.
And because of that, I didn't want to go into it with a negative frame of mind. So maybe enough time has passed where I can go and see it with a more open mind.
I would
and
like
give
to
it a
watch it
chance.
with you.
Yeah?
I have seen
Okay,
this movie.
let's do
This
it.
is-
Yeah.
Have you?
And I enjoyed it. I mean, you have to take your mind away from this is just like the Ghostbusters movie,
Yeah.
just like everybody expects a Ghostbusters movie to be, and it's
Mhm.
never going to be that way. But I mean, when you have Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, and like Melissa Cartney and Leslie Jones, four fantastic, funny women.
Yeah.
Come on, Chris Hemsworth is in it, and he's hilarious.
He was my least favorite part of the movie, to be honest. with you.
Really?
He
Ah,
was.
I
I-
loved him in it.
I just don't buy the muscle bound geek. It doesn't.
Well, yeah.
That geek's got to go to the gym so many times to look like that, and I just don't buy it. He's not, but he was fine. He was fine,
Mhm.
but it's Chris Hemsworth for crying out. And he's a
Well,
geek.
yeah.
he's a funny guy.
He
Yeah.
is. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
No.
So I'd be very curious to see what your reaction is to
All right.
that movie.
It's a
So
deal.
maybe
We'll
do it one
have
time.
to set a time where we can watch it
Aw.
together.
Look at that, you two going on a date together to watch Ghostbusters.
Okay, well, that being said here, so where can Dan, so where can people find you and your Frankenberry?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
sorry, are we going to do ratings?
Oh,
Oh,
dude, how did I forget that? I'm so sorry. I forgot Vigo and I forgot ratings. Okay, Dan, what's your score? 1 out of 10.
what, 10 being the best?
No, we do it opposite world here. What do you mean? Yes, of course, 10 being the
Well,
best.
you never
Wow.
know.
Rob's punchy.
Yeah, geez, who pissed in your Frankenberry this
Someone
morning?
needs to slime me. Someone needs to slime me so I can feel better.
Yeah, you
So-
need some of that positively charged ectoplasm.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Or
that
just put
too.
on that song. What is it? The higher and higher.
Okay, actually,
Yeah,
let me.
need some
Sorry, I
Jackie
did want to
Wilson.
mention that. I apologize, Dan. I'm not going to cut you.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little disappointed with that part with that song.
Yeah.
If they should have had a better, stronger, more powerful song. Fine song, but it just I'm thinking, I don't know, get something a little more oomph into it. Get the Pointer Sitters into there or something
Aretha
like that.
Franklin.
Pointer-
Get
I
some
like
Aretha Franklin, get
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin. That's
I like
Yeah.
I like the original version of the song that they played when they were testing it with the toaster.
What was it?
It was the same song. It's just it was the song that they played during the Statue of Liberty scene was a cover by a different person.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, hmm.
So yeah, I like the Jackie Wilson original song.
Maybe that's the toaster scene was very cute, by the way. Did Ray screw the song?
They were sleeping with it. I feel like that was pretty conclusive.
Oh, yeah.
It's always the quiet ones.
What that? How
Always the
would
quiet
you?
ones.
That wouldn't be necrophilia. What would it be? Like really? Would it be plasmaphilia?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like zoophilia? Like Are you trying to produce Ninja Turtles here?
I don't know,
No?
but all I can say is that I'm sure they approached it scientifically.
Sure.
With candles, scented candles, and Lionel Richie playing in the background.
And raise the room raise the temperature of the
Yeah.
room a couple
Yeah,
degrees.
they
so that-
Find nurturing things to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I apologize. Last trivia question, by the way, Dan. How did they control the Statue of Liberty?
Wasn't it? It was like a Nintendo, or like some sort of. Was it Nintendo or is it like a Game Genie controller?
No,
It was
Game
an-
Genie is not a controller. Game
Or-
Genie that goes into.
Or
the...
sorry, it was a Sega Genesis, wasn't it?
No,
or something?
You're right the first time.
It was
Was
an
it an-
NES Advantage controller.
Oh,
There it
okay.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Stripped
you guys
down
are
a little
nerds.
bit, but yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. we are
I'm not
nerds.
going to ask. I'm not going to ask Jamie a Ghostbusters question with a video game question without knowing he knows.
Oh no.
So,
Yeah, that's fair.
it's like
No, I
ask.
definitely knew that one.
All right, so going to scores. Dan, 1 out of 10, 1 being lowest and 10 being highest.
Wow.
Thank you.
1 being Fruit Brute and 10 being Frankenberry. I don't know which was.
I don't know. I would say it's like a 7 or 8. Like, it's a fun movie, but I can't watch it like every week.
So 7.5?
Yeah, let's say that.
Okay, 7.5.
Yeah.
Jamie, I'm actually very curious what you score this one.
So again, I feel like it's not really fair to compare this to the original, because if I think we talked about the original before we were doing ratings, right?
Yep.
But like, if you ask me to rate the original, it's a 10, hands down. Like,
I think we even talked about that on one. Oh, hang on. We did rate the Ghostbusters movie. Yes, we did. You gave it a 10.
Yes.
I gave it a 10. And Steve spoiled the party by giving a 9.5.
To me, it's a perfect movie.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Like, I can't really find a fault with it. But so if with that in mind, the first one being a 10, I would give this one an 8.
All right. I give it a 7. Yep. I dug it. Thought it was fun. And I'd probably watch it again sometime in the future. Nice. This is a movie. And now that I know that I've seen this movie. Yeah, it's fun.
First viewing for you. That's fun.
It's so weird. I thought for sure I'd seen this. All right. Well, there you go. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
So, Dan, where can we find your cereal?
You can find it on Instagram. I think I'm under TK92420.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really post that much because
after listening to this show, people aren't shocked about that TK number.
It's not how you think it is, though.
Is it not?
No, it's not. It's
just
actually
a happy accident.
It's actually my kid's month, which is September, and one was born on the 20th, and the other one was born on the 24th. So
okay.
But my partner's birthday is actually on September 9th as well. So everything is So
great.
it's my partner and my kid's birthdays.
Right. Way to make excuses.
Yeah.
Jamie, where can we find first of all, where can we find Steve?
You can find Steve on Instagram under the guise of Shit's Backled Muppet Fart.
And Anil?
You can find him on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, I assume. Space Hindu 73.
And here's the best part I get to ask.
Oh, first
Jamie,
time
where
on
will
the
we
show,
find
hey?
you?
You can find me somewhere. You can.
I still don't think I was just thinking about this, but today, by the way, I still don't think you're going to go on Instagram.
No.
I don't think you're going to make an Instagram account for this.
Don't follow me. I'm not going to post anything. It's all going to be done through the Gen X-Wing YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But you can find me there with the new video series, Ready to Believe.
We're ready to
believe.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. And that show will hopefully start around give it a couple of weeks here because we're still trying to organize things and video and stuff.
Full disclosure, I still don't have a tagline. I still don't have a proper sign off.
We're
still working on a logo. Ready to
we
Believe
did record.
We did some recordings. I have a lot more. Like, since that recording, basically the entirety of the rest of the costume arrived.
Yes.
So we did a walk through the pack and the wand. And I think I had like the goggles, the PKE meter, and a trap. But since then, everything else has arrived, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we still need to make recordings on that stuff. I've just been too damn busy with troops, which is kind of an awesome problem to have. But yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
As
I'm
well,
so excited. Sorry, I'm
No
excited to
problem.
see it.
I'm pumped. I'm so excited, dude. You have
Yeah.
no idea.
Oh, that's exciting! I can't wait to watch it.
you can find me, the Outer Rim Rookie, Outer Rim Rookie show on our YouTube channel, right, with Jamie and the rest. And where you're probably finding this video, we're probably putting this up just around Christmas, Halloween time. And as of this recording, we're still at 397. I was telling Dan, I was telling Jamie off air, I made a plea we are at 398, made a plea for people to start liking the channel, subscribing, and it threw one person off, and they pulled out. So we went down by one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were at 398.
We've been hovering at 397 for the last 2 weeks. I've been watching it like a stock ticker. Nothing.
We should give
nothing.
we should give people some incentive, like I don't know, a dinner date with Rob, or
Oh God, we're gonna go down to 2 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got to do a shirtless calendar.
I can't get anybody to like me on Tinder or Bumble or Hinge. I'm not gonna get anybody to like me on the show. But anyway, sorry.
Maybe you're
Or
trying
I
the
mean,
wrong-
the opposite. Hey, you throw us a like, I'll put more clothes on.
Yeah, hey.
If you give me a like, I'll shut the hell up. But we had our recent video of our Dreams Take Flight. I'm just moving past it. Dreams Take Flight videos up there. That was a lot of fun. And check that one out. And as well, Scott, we're doing GXW plays. We're Scott Pilgrim versus the World. We're doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. I said it wrong in the show.
Yeah.
But that's why I put the graphic. I said it wrong, but put the graphic with the title right there.
I actually I did share the Dreams Take Flight video at work.
Oh, thank you.
Because I took yesterday off from work because there's no way I was working after trooping at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Amateurs, come on.
No way. I needed rest after that.
Oh, shout out to Andrew who went to work that day.
God, yeah.
And Andrew's workplace, without telling much, Andrew's
Mm-hmm.
workplace is a tough workplace if you're not if you're tired. So
yeah, that's
I know he
not...
listens to this show. So Andrew, dude.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew for sure.
Yeah.
So that being said, I think we're gonna wrap it up. So thank you, Dan, for coming on the show.
Oh, no worries.
Happy Halloween, everybody. We hope you have
Halloween.
a
Happy Halloween.
just enjoy the day, and we'll talk to you next episode. Bye.
I looked at the trap, Ray.